Well, hello everyone and welcome back. Today I have something special. I am going to do a slideshow on the build of the Deagostini Millennium Falcon. It was a really cool kit I got right when I got back into doing scale modeling again. I was going through, just got diagnosed with cancer and was going through chemotherapy before they wanted to do the surgery to remove the tumors. They wanted to shrink them. But anyway, so I was, hanging out on the couch one day and was going through YouTube and actually saw a gentleman called Chris Olson, who has a wonderful channel you should check out called Models by Chris. But he was building the Deagostini Millennium Falcon, and that's where I got a lot of my tricks and ideas from. But yeah, I saw that and I'm like, man, I'd love to have that 1-to-1 scale model of the Millennium Falcon, my favorite ship in that world. To have a nice studio scale 3-foot Millennium Falcon, you can do so much because the detail's so there. They did a great job on actually getting his scans. I think a gentleman from I think he was a owner at one time of Master Replicas. They did their releases of the studio scale Millennium Falcon, so they called him up and he helped them out with getting all the detail right. And also they kind of stepped it up because they found out stuff that they didn't even have on their ones that they released. There was parts missing during the scan, and later they found out that they existed and they should be on there, and yeah, so they put a lot more detail. And a whole bunch of companies like Paragraphics, people on Shapeways have all kinds of third-party stuff, and there's a whole bunch more after even I got done, like different electronic boards to make it do stuff. But it's a great kit if you can find one, because I guess they discontinued it. I look at their site and the only thing that's left is the R2-D2 build. I also picked up the X-Wing studio scale, which she's actually a hair bigger because they wanted it to be able to fit the actual action figures that you can get from Hasbro, and it comes with a Luke. I also on the X-Wing got the diorama option where it came with all kinds of other stuff. But anyway, yeah, it's a great kit. It was originally released as a 2-year subscription, and eventually, as it was out for a while, they started offering it as a 1-year where they combine the 2 into 1, or you can just buy it outright, pay it in full and they'll send you the whole kit and caboodle. But I knew it was going to take a while to build, so I was like, oh, just cram it down. 2 years is a little too long. Let's cram it down to 1 year, and that way you can make payments on it. And then what they do is, with the 2-year, you get one box that comes with 4 issues, and then each issue comes with a pack to assemble. With the 2-year, they send you 2 boxes with the 4, issues, because it's a weekly subscription, so you get 4 magazines for the month. And it didn't work. It wasn't really that bad of a price per month, so I went with it. Yeah, so they send that to you, and you get to build. And so, like I said, I knew it was going to take a while, so I just went that route. The X-Wing, unfortunately, I had to wait for 2 years because that was new and it was only offering a 2-year subscription. But just like all the things with Deagostini and all their other models that they're still doing, are great quality, great detail, really heavily built. Like I said, this is a die-cast construction, so the whole framework of the Falcon is all die-cast, and they use ABS plastic for the hull, and I imagine the interior plastic is all ABS as well. But yeah, it comes with it, the cargo hold where you see them in the movie. You got a great cockpit, but like I said, I went and got Paragraphics cockpit replacement. I also got the gun turrets for the up and down guns photo etch. I got photo etch for the cargo hold and for the hallway tunnels. So you'll see in the slideshow. But yeah, this one's going to be a slideshow because trying to combine. It's going to combine what new video I shot of it and the slideshow together. And when I looked at my picture folder of the Falcon, because then at that time I wasn't going to actually build or actually video what I was building, but I did take detailed pictures of everything I built. You know, it's every part of the assembly. So I think I had over like 1,300 pictures just of this build. So, and I had to weed through it for this to get this not to be, if I used all 1,300, it would have been like an hour, or a little over an hour. just in 3-second photos, you know, passing by. So I didn't want to do that, so I went through and, you know, a lot of them were redundant. Like I would do an angle and then another angle of the same thing. But yeah, they send you one of these magazines, or, you know, 4 of them per month, and they're great. It tells you a lot about the Star Wars universe, not even just about the Falcon, but they do give you good details of everything on the Falcon. You know, what the engines do and how they're built, and all the different hyperdrive system and how that's, you know, done. But it also gives you stuff in the world. Like this one has concussion missiles, which is the concussion missiles that are on the Falcon. And then there also, this issue will go through detail on the ARC 170 starfighter, which is cool. And then there's still even more information in this, you know, in this book. Here's the ARC 170 stuff. And you got the E-core, so it goes through the universe and shows you maps of where the planets are, so you know where everything is in the universe. Goes through a lot of that stuff. Talks about the different creatures, different droids. Here's the, you know, the part with the concussion missiles. So it gives you there's a lot of good reading in this. Yeah, it shows the concussion missiles they destroyed the second Death Star with on the side. And then here what they're showing is towards the back is your instructions on how to assemble what came with this magazine. This here starts off with a parts list, so you know that you got everything in that package. Gives you actually a list of everything that should be in there, and usually gives you the numbers, and then it gives you a visual of what it is and where it goes. And then there's your instructions. And in this one, it's all about building the die-cast metal framework for the hull. And it'll actually even show you what part you're actually working on in the whole scheme of the whole hull. So it's great. They did a great job. I couldn't be happier with it. It's my favorite model that I built, and I learned a lot by watching Chris Olsen. But yeah, so let's stop chatting and actually start looking at the slideshow. Hope you enjoy.
Bye.